So, I'm going to work my way backwards and try to describe one of the symptoms that I've been dealing with. Kind of like just that, but in some of these videos, you might even realize it, or sometimes I can't finish the videos because of it. I don't know exactly what I mean to say and what I want to say next, and what the subject of the conversation is. If it's about my prostate, if it's about my seizures, if it's about my muscle spasms, if it's about my um, aversion to cold and the injuries due to cold. If it's any of those, I know what I'm speaking about and what exactly I'm going for. I mean, I have to grab the phone, start it because I have the conversation I wanted to go over. Sometimes I'll go over the conversation on the not phone recorder. It's just like a regular recorder. And then I'll go to this one. I'll start the conversation and then in mid sentence, stop. Now, before my head injuries and before my seizures, or I should say before the last four seizures, I still did that. Everybody has brain farts, but it wasn't like mid sentence, mid thought. It wasn't like this, as well as at that time, the shocks I received, like for instance, when I look at electronic devices, or if I'm on the bus looking out the window and things are flashing by, I get a shock. The more overload, like if a girl's talking in a high voice to my left and I'm looking out the window and things are flashing by, and then a seatbelt sign or something flashes above me and I look over, that will I'll feel it. I might even my neck, or I might have a quick spasm. Usually I won't fully seize, I'll have muscle spasms. But if I let it go and I bombard it with those type of things and adding cold or touch or whatever else, and you give me too much stimulus, it definitely does trigger a seizure. And after these events, I get worse. Now, the closest thing I ever had to one of these seizures was the overdose at age 7. Now, I don't know what that overdose really caused. All I know is I was given a bunch of pills. It definitely was an overdose. I lost my vision, I lost my feeling in my nervous system. I couldn't move, couldn't talk. I mean, my whole nervous system was fried. And when I woke up, I didn't feel the same. And I've been getting little shocks as a child ever since. And now I get severe taser like shocks as an adult. So that probably has a good amount to do with it, as well as it does affect my ability to talk. I never realized this as a child. I thought my talking must have nothing to do with this, but as an adult, I realized your tongue, your jaw, your mouth, everything is actually connected to your nervous system, and then actually is connected to your brain and your, I should say, your neck and then your brain, but eventually, yeah, it's connected to your brain. And I never realized that a lot of like facial muscles, tongue, things like that actually is part of your nervous system. It might be closer, it might work more easily, but it is. Um, and it's really annoying sometimes when you know the word you want to say. Like I'll want to say six, and I'll literally say nine, and I'll hear it come out and go, "Damn it! I don't know what the hell happened." And I figured out later it's because that part of my brain actually is connected, and when I get that shock pulse, it somehow interferes with what I'm trying to do and with the word I'm sending out. But I can repeat it real quick, six, and then go six again, because I know exactly what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm looking at because I'll be looking at like 962. I want to say 962, but I'll say 992. And then I'll say, oh, I heard that, 962. But it's a little different for me because it's during my shocks, it's during my movement of my arm. Sometimes, even when I go to move my thumbs during these big events, my whole body will spasm. I'll have a whole body. I don't know. I'll try to move my leg and my whole body will spasm. I try to move my thumb, my whole body will spasm. But I won't go unconscious like the other seizures. This is what I call full body spasms or just spasms. I try to move or get out of the chair, or I try to get out of the bed, and when I move my leg, my whole body spasms. I convulse. I try to move my thumb, my whole body convulses. It spasms. So Yeah, that's been going on for quite a long time, but as a child, it wasn't that severe. But there also was times I was going unconscious, and the medications were making it so much more severe. That really makes things worse because I got so much more going on, and I'm not the only one suffering either. There are people speaking up. There's medical professionals kind of outing the scam. There's whistleblowers, and there's a lot of really hurt people like me that don't know what's going on with their body but wants answers.